Welcome back. You're watching Community Roundup. Presently, founder and vice president of Wibhu Technologies and the 2011 Thai Convention convener, and previously a director of product marketing at AOL started Chabi.com, Jai Rawat is a Silicon Valley entrepreneur whose story is an inspirational one. In this segment, our Reena Rao brings to you a feature story on Jai Rawat.
What, according to you, is success? Considering you have been successful in like so many ventures, what would you describe success as?
I mean, ultimate success is obviously that you are enjoying what you're doing, right? So my take on startup is that you should do a startup if you are really passionate about it, if you're going to enjoy doing what you're doing. The one question that I always ask myself is it worth failing at? And what I mean by that is that if after 3 or 4 or 5 years, your company fails, which is, the odds are against you, chances are 9 out of 10 that you will fail, right? But if you're going to look back and still say that was worth it and I would do it again, then it's worth doing a startup, right? If you're just chasing after success, there is a high chance that you may not actually achieve success, and then if you're going to regret that attempt, then it's not worth doing a startup. I initially came here for higher studies, and I think this was back in '91, so the opportunities in India were not that great. And so I came here for masters, and then came to the Valley, started working here, and then I just loved the environment here. You know, it's you know, if you're a technology graduate, I mean, once you are in the Silicon Valley, I mean, that's the place to be. I mean, that's the mecca of all the high tech stuff, right? Startups and so on. So, you know, I just really enjoyed being here, and then I've settled here now.
Where did your journey begin as a startup? What inspired you?
Good question. So I started out working at LSI Logic, which is a semiconductor startup. And from there in '99, I started my first company, which was Obongo.
Yeah, what inspired you to that? Something must have.
Sure. So it was essentially, this was a time when a lot of websites were proliferating. And I had this problem of, you know, creating an account at every single site, remembering the user IDs and passwords. And then, you know, you give them your email address and you start getting all the spam emails. So all of these problems were just escalating rapidly at that time. And I thought there has to be a solution to that. So me and my friend, we were talking, discussing, and we came up with an idea which we thought was quite clever, although I had no background in web technologies or internet. But I thought the idea made sense. So we started a company using that idea, got funded, and were eventually acquired by AOL.
You said it was called Chabi.com first.
It started out with called Chabi.
What exactly?
Sure. So it was essentially an online identity management company, if you will. So we managed your profile and your login IDs and passwords, etc. So you could use the service to automatically register at various different sites. You could use it to automatically remember user IDs and passwords. Cloud is a buzzword now, but when we started out, essentially what we did was we stored your information in a cloud on a server, and you could access it from anywhere. So then I started this company called Airtight Networks, along with a few friends. And this is a very different company again.
But isn't the common link security? Like there also it was security issue. There also it's...
Well, in a way it was, but I think the industry is very different. So Airtight Networks is enterprise Wi-Fi security, right? So it's not a software product, it's a hardware product, and you're selling to enterprise IT departments. It's not a web-based end-user product. That is what we had created earlier, right? So it's a very different company. It's doing quite well. It's profitable now. But I wanted to then get back into the B2C space. So after a few years, I left Airtight and then did another company which was in the comparison shopping space called MyTriggers. And then after that, I looked at this whole social phenomenon and realized that when you combine shopping with social, I mean, this is how we do things offline anyways, that there was a huge opportunity here. So the idea behind Shop Socially is very simple. Shop Socially is a place where friends help friends shop, right? So just as in your offline world, before you buy something, you typically ask your friends for their recommendation. And after you buy something, you tend to typically share what you have bought with your friends to get their comments and feedback. And that's how your friends know who to ask when they are looking to buy something similar, right? So that's how we shop and have these shopping-related discussions offline anyways. We are bringing that behavior online.
And that's it for today's episode of Community Roundup. If you have any news that you'd like to share with our viewers, or if you'd like to give us feedback, then send us a fax at 732-650-1112. You can also email us at communitynews@.